I'm Ron Yu. I shall be reading from the All the Good devotional book. The December 1st devotional was written by Anna Gilzet. A shoot shall come out from the stump of Jesse, and a branch shall grow out of his roots. The Spirit of the Lord shall rest on him, the Spirit of wisdom and understanding, the Spirit of counsel and might, the Spirit of knowledge and the fear of the Lord. His delight shall be in the fear of the Lord. Isaiah chapter 11, verse 1 through 3. My spouse and I were living in a parsonage, and we were the proud owners of a stump, a big one. It took up a large section of our backyard and belonged to what I imagine had been a glorious shade tree, offering comfort and beauty to residents and guests. The tree had been removed because the root system had begun to upset the stone path into our home, making footing treacherous and unsteady. When the tree was removed, the contracted labor that had planned on returning a separate day to remove the stump suddenly disappeared. At the time, the congregation had adults well trained in disaster response and youth whose hands-on skills were exceptional. So these strengths were deployed on the stump. For hours, my spouse and I watched students and adults alike rotate through with axes and shovels, hacking away at the stump. We even took our own turns, wanting to support the team in their work. In what seemed like a biblical way, the youth got weary, the young felt exhausted, and the adults grew frustrated. They were sweaty, sunburned, and dehydrated, and their well-intended plan to remove a stump had backfired. That stump stood in bold protest of their effort, a daily reminder not only of what was, but also what was not. The pride of a team having accomplished the goal. A shoot growing from a stump? How ridiculous! Just before this passage, God had doled out punishment to the people. The tallest trees will be cut down, and the lofty will be brought low. Isaiah 10:33. And yet, the very same prophet then says there will be a shoot from a stump. A stump! The very thing that bears witness to what was and is no longer. It is from this place God brings forth new life. When we are exhausted, when we've been toiling, sometimes in vain, and when we feel as though we have nothing left. When my team finally relented and brought in a stump grinder, we learned why our struggle was so intense. The deep roots had kept even the stump very deeply grounded. As we journey through Advent with the lens of Wesleyan theology, we remember the roots that keep us grounded, perhaps even upsetting some of the very established parts of our lives. We can, at the very same time, look for the signs of hope sprouting in unexpected places, even if those places seem cut down, dead, or otherwise abandoned. We moved out of that parsonage almost a decade ago, but I was in the neighborhood recently. As I found myself absent-mindedly driving past, I saw that the stump is still triumphantly established in the yard. It was different, however, because upon it was painted a heart. It might not have been a shoot sprouting up, but it was a powerful reminder to me of the ways that God's love and grace are being nurtured into the world through unexpected places. I hope that even when I feel cut down, I can be that tiny stalk of new life in a world that desperately needs it.